right, folks, let's go. Today I want to talk about behavior. I want to talk about mental game. I haven't spoken about that in a while. Before I get into that, let me just mention, sometimes I turn people away from my subscription service, MMT Trader. I tell them, it's not for you. And other times I have to drop people who are subscribers. I have to cancel their subscriptions. I have to cancel their memberships. I just do not feel they are right for it, or they have certain character traits that make it really impossible for me to help them. And so it's better off I let him go. I had to do that with a guy yesterday. I had to let him go, who was a long-time subscriber, but he became very, very difficult to handle. He needed, well, I'll talk about it in a minute. Now, I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this for a number of years, this coaching and teaching, quite a long time actually. And what has become very, very obvious to me is the behavior that causes people to self-sabotage, that keeps them from realizing their goal of becoming successful traders or investors. And there are several types of personality traits, and I really break it down into two categories. I've said before that many people think they want to be traders and investors and make money in the markets, but that's not the true motivation. They don't really know what the true motivation is, but in most cases what I have seen, what I have observed is that the true motivation is not about profitability, it's about the action. They want the action, they want the excitement, they want that adrenaline rush, of being in the markets and being constantly active. And it's pretty obvious because at times when they might have a position on, or maybe when they are looking for an opportunity and nothing is particularly there, or they have a position on and it is not at the moment or over a period of time moving towards fruition, in other words, towards the goal of profit, they become impatient, they become antsy, and they don't want to wait. I would say that impatience is one of the number one destroyers of success. And I've said before, it's a great saying that Warren Buffett once used, that the markets are mechanisms for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. And I have absolutely observed that, not just with other people, but I've observed it with my own results. All right? I used to be like that. It took me a long time to retrain my behavior in a way that would deliver the results that I was after. So impatience stems from two things. It stems from really ego, this belief that I should not have to wait, or I am too important to wait. I need it now. I should have it now. And the other thing is a lack of mental toughness. Just giving in to your urges and needs and impulsiveness. Now that's a character trait that we see in children. It's a form of immaturity. Okay, you can't wait. I want it now. I want it now. Mommy, Daddy, when are we going to get there, right? So that's one thing that dooms a lot of people, and they don't see it. They think that you need to be in the market all the time, and you need to be buying and selling, and something has to happen. You have to have that profit. You should have that profit in a short period of time. That's ego, right? The other thing is extreme and irrational pessimism and negativity, and I had to let go of this guy yesterday because of that. I coined a phrase. I call these people the what ifs. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if the Fed does this? What if the Brexit deal falls through? What if Trump doesn't do the China, trade deal? Now, these what if scenarios are always negative in the minds of these people. Always extremely negative, to the point where they paralyze themselves with fear and concern. So, they're either not able to put on a trade or make that investment, or when they're in that trade or investment, they typically take very quick profits, and then they see those profits go on to run had they held them. Or worst case, they take prudent losses. And let's face it, this phrase prudent losses is probably the most dangerous example of financial revisionism, personal financial revisionism that was ever created. Prudent losses, let's face it, that is failure. That is failure. So this irrational, extreme pessimism and negativity, that's what this guy was doing. 20 times a day sending me emails, clipping out from Zero Hedge. Did you see what this guy says? It's going to be a bear market. What about this? The China deal's going to fall through. Hey, did you see this chart? It's showing the highest probability of a recession in 20 years. Things like this. Constantly. To the point where you paralyze yourself, or you just absolutely believe in the worst possible scenario. It's impossible to conduct business in a way that is profitable, or in a way that will cause you to achieve your goals, if you are thinking in such an extreme, negative, and scary fashion. When I put on a trade, when I do an investment, I don't think about that. If something adverse happens, I know I have the skills to trade out of it. If it's going to take me some time, it'll take me some time. So be it. This is my business. I'm in it, and I'm going to continue to do it. But this kind of negative thinking, this extreme, irrational, negative thinking, I have seen it in many, many people. They are fixated by it. I mean, they'll watch CNBC, they'll read Zero Hedge, they'll read, and the media sells all this because that's the way it grabs your attention. That's the way it profits. I mean, let's face it, fear is a great motivator. When they put out all these really negative and terrible and horrible headlines, you are absolutely taken in by it. Most people are taken in by it. And that's how they get the eyeballs, that's how they get the readership, that's how they get the viewers. It's terrible. So these are two of the main character traits that cause people to sabotage themselves. It is the ego thing, the lack of patience, which stems from ego. I should not have to wait. I am too important. I need that profit now. I should have that profit. And that desire for action. And the lack of mental toughness, where you can put off your immediate need for gratification, and where you can hold back on that impulsiveness and those urges that cause you to sabotage. Maybe take a profit too quick, okay? Or maybe think, this thing is not working, I got to jump out and do something else, I got to try a different system. And then extreme, irrational negativity and pessimism. So yeah, I turn people away. I cancel subscriptions. I can't hold everybody's hand. You know what the irony is? I'll tell you. Trading and investing profitably is really, really easy. I can teach somebody in 10 minutes how to value stocks, or trade Forex, or commodities, or options. I've done it all. No problem on that. In 10 minutes. In fact, I have a course, a video course on many of these things. On Forex trading, I have a video course on MMT and value stock investing. That's easy to learn. The hard part is the behavioral part. And that is up to the individual. It is up to the person. You have to make that decision to train yourself in a fashion where your behavior will deliver the results that you want. And if you are of the belief that your success comes from some system which is external to you and has nothing to do with the way you behave, then you're really deluding yourself. It's never going to work. It is never going to work. So I just wanted to put that out there because this is a really, really important aspect of it. The game is easy. The game is easy. And if you want profits and if you want success, it is yours for the taking. But it is really, really amazing how some people grab, failure with gusto and enthusiasm, not even realizing that they're just reaching out and taking failure with enthusiasm, without any resistance, without trying to fight back against that whatsoever. And then all the time thinking, oh, that's because of the system I'm using, or that's because of the advice that I was given, or something of that nature. When all along it's internal, it's how you behave. You could have any level of success you want, easily. It's all easy. The hard part is the you part. So think about that. Bye.